If you're a junior and you're applying to college next year, I hate to break it to you, but things are gonna get rough. You're not alone if you feel like college admissions rates have been going down and noticeably so too, especially in like the past 5 or 10 years. The data actually does back it up. Okay, I'm noticing now that these are super hard to read. They're very tiny, but these are some top college acceptance rates plotted in this graph here from 2018 to 2025. You see that bold line there going all the way up to 2025? Yeah, that line represents the acceptance rates for these top colleges on average, and as you can tell, it's going down. Now, the reason I find that interesting is because a lot of people have been saying that, well, college admissions is soon going to get a lot easier because the number of, students that are out there to apply to these colleges will continue to go down, right? Because we see here, starting 2008, when the recession hits, most people aren't really having kids anymore, so you aren't going to be competing against as many people, right? And what makes that more interesting is that when you look at international applicant enrollments, you'll start to see that pretty recently there was a pretty big dip, mostly because of, current events and making them feel a little bit more nervous about coming to the United States. So yeah, if less international students are coming, less students are being born around that period of time, then why would admissions rates continuously go down? Some people might say, well, it's because people don't believe in college degrees anymore. People want to go to trade school or just go directly into the job market. Well, the data doesn't suggest that either, because when you look at certain data sources, they point to a trend where college enrollment is consistently going up. It's not going up by a lot, but it's still increasing year over year. So, what explains the reason why we see college admissions rate going down when at the same time we see that the birth rates back then started to also decrease, meaning a smaller applicant pool? International students are not showing up as much, yet we see college enrollments going up. We see interest in colleges at an all time high. What gives? And this right here just might be the answer. You ever hear the phrase that you're never stuck in traffic? You are the traffic. Honestly, being around the LA area, I cannot stand traffic sometimes. And I always think to myself, like, why is everyone else here, right? Until I realize I'm part of the problem too. The fact that I'm here, I'm driving, just adds to the problem. And this right here is the traffic. I can tell you now, a lot of the students that I've helped have been dealing with 10 colleges, 15, 20, plus the UC application. The Common App also confirms this too, saying that they've seen a 4% increase in the number of colleges in people's Common App accounts. So that right there is the real reason why upcoming juniors are going to have it pretty rough when it comes to applying for college. There's just so many more applications out there flooding the pool. Everyone's nervous about college, so people want to apply to more colleges to cover their chances, which ends up making the acceptance rate a lot worse.